What's up, everybody? This review, we take a look into the world of Mythic Legions with our Thump review. Here is the side with a little bit of a bio. Of course, the front, where you can see a little bit of his accessories. He looks good in there. The bag, traditional, different baggies, styles that they've used before that carry the different accessories. The back with just a little bit more of a story. And first impressions, he looks really good. Got some nice detail in that armor. But we'll get him out of the packaging and take a better look at him. So here we have Thump, and I mean, look at that head sculpt, that little facial expression. It looks really cool. It's got little kind of almost like scaly details in there. Got these little bumps on his chin, yellow eyes, and I like that with his little bottom lip kind of raised up like that. It's got little orange weather details throughout the armor. Got a little bit of yellow on there. Some paint, brown paint on the straps, a little silver. And he looks really cool. I like it. Of course, you know, Goblin is going to be on a smaller body. Head looks up that far. Looks down. Arms come out. Single jointed elbows. He's actually come in pretty far. It's got a little cut right here at the mid chest armor. Let him rotate to left or right like that. Kind of bends forward a little bit, bends back a little bit. And then the waist cut to add to it. Using those together to get it, probably can get some really good posing out of it. Legs come up forward, sideways. Stair cut, yep, a little thigh cut in there. Really cool. Single jointed knee. It bends back pretty far. Really nice. The armor just pegs in. All these parts are able to be removed. If you have any Mythic Legions, or if you don't, then one of the cool things that you can do with Mythic Legions is the pop and swap. Almost all of their parts, I believe, are completely swappable. You can have a character like him, say you like the belt, or you like his head sculpt, or something like that. You can take another Mythic Legions and pop off those other same parts, an arm or anything like that, and swap them to create your own character if you do desire. It looks really cool. I like this little guy. Not bad, pretty awesome. I'm liking him. You go good on my little goblin shelf as it slowly builds. And let's put some accessories hands and check them out. So here is Thump with his shoulder pauldrons on and the long blade and the axe in one hand. And it looks really good, just kind of standing there. But these pauldrons are pretty big on him. They interfere with his articulation. He can't really get the arms up that well. And they only come out so far. These do plug into his back and they're able to raise up just a little bit, kind of come down, but not much. If you can see at the top of the pauldrons, they actually touch his ears. So you could get him in some cool poses. coming at you. But you couldn't really get anything over the head because of them. Which is a little bit of a shame, but he is an earlier release, and their joint system and articulation is getting a little bit better. They really step things up with their Valiant Knight, which is awesome. If you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. I'll probably do a review on one here soon. And do a couple more mythics while I'm at it. But it looks good. Get a couple of these in on your shelf, build a little army. Be really cool. But let's get these shoulder pauldrons off. And of course, now I see you can get all of that extra. And that's what I like. I'm all about some articulation, which made me a little hesitant to get into some of these. But the more I've got them and collected them, and they, changing things up with their Valiant, you figure out how to move them around. But Valiant is just a game changer for them. And I can't wait to see what other improvements they're going to do on future releases. But this guy can overhead. Kind of coming at you. Get his arms across him. Very cool. Which is probably how I'm going to have him going. No shoulder pauldrons. However, I'm going to be using him with his signature weapon. And I'll put that on here now. This bad boy is pretty awesome. And I would definitely say this is more of his signature style. And look at that. How awesome is that? That's pretty cool. Very cool. Bring it down. Blocking. Raise it up. Bring it down on somebody. And give him a nice little thump. Very cool. And I'm going to keep him posed with this massive warhammer. He's a very cool figure. Limited in the articulation department. If you're used to, you're not expecting the Marvel Legends Spider-Man type articulation or figure arts or something like that. But he does get some pretty good range of motion with the joints that he does have, especially if you don't leave the pauldrons on, which I don't intend to have those on at all. He's got a lot of detail in there, a lot of paint detail. I hope you can see that. All kinds of weathering in there. He is a battle-hardened warrior, so it should have some wear in there. Some nice details, some copper in the hammer. These different edges, some nice yellowing. Got that red jewel in there. More of a copper color here. It's kind of yellowish greenish in the middle of the hammer. Some copper on the spikes on the end. So he definitely has a lot of detail in there. Articulation, not bad. You can kind of make it work. I like it. I think he's a really cool figure. I like the sculpt of him. I think a lot of them appeal to you in that way. That fantasy character, the sculpt is meant to call to you. Most people have a faction that they love or like and lean towards something about it. Goblins was not my thing, but it's growing on me. Knights are always going to be my number one, though. And that's going to be it for this review. Actually, you know what? Let me get some figures out and we'll do some size comparisons. Here is Thump next to the Mythic Legions Romulus, another great figure. Here you can tell that size difference from the goblins and a human normal sized figure. And you can also see the size of Thump's hammer. I mean, that's almost the size of Romulus himself, so he's carrying a weapon that's like twice his size. Here is Thump next to a Templar Knight, and the Templar Knight is even just a little bit bigger than the Romulus, so that looks pretty cool. You can definitely see them doing battle against each other. And here is Thump next to the Mythic Legions Balius. I mean, look at that. And then imagine a knight or another character on top of Balius. I mean, the size difference gets pretty crazy. Here he is next to a Vampire Phalanx and Mythic Legions Walter the Mat. So that's going to be it for my Mythic Legions Thump review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. You got a good look at him. Just a really cool figure. It won't be the last Mythic Legions I review on this channel. Definitely have a couple more in store. Plus with the Legions Con later this year, being an anniversary show, I can't wait to show you guys how that goes. And that's it for this. I'll catch you on the next one.